Power Rangers has given us epic battles, legendary heroes, and unforgettable love stories. From Kimberly and Tommy, the classic couple that started it all, to unexpected romances like Zoey and Nate, or the groundbreaking relationship between Izzy and Fern. Each one revealed the human side behind the masks and morphers. Forbidden loves, breakups, reunions, all lived in the midst of fights, zords, and sacrifices. In this video, you'll discover which Power Rangers have been romantically involved, their beginnings, twists, and the ultimate fate of each couple. Like this video now, and subscribe to the channel to join the Ranger family. Kimberly and Tommy. Kimberly Ann Hart is one of the 5 teenagers chosen by Zordon, receiving the pterodactyl power coin and becoming the Pink Ranger. Tommy Oliver enters the story in the Green with Evil arc, introduced as a charismatic new student who is secretly manipulated by Rita Repulsa to become the Green Ranger, turning him into an enemy of the team. The attraction between Kimberly and Tommy begins even while he's still under Rita's spell, but their romance only truly blossoms after his liberation. In episode 35, after the Rangers help free him from Rita's control, we see the first clear gesture of affection, an invitation to the school dance, followed by a kiss that marks the official start of their relationship. Their romance becomes serious enough that in episode 50, Kimberly introduces Tommy to her parents. Unfortunately, their relationship ends after Kimberly leaves Angel Grove to pursue her gymnastics career. Distance strains their bond, and in episode 15 of Power Rangers Zeo, she sends Tommy a letter revealing she met someone else and has fallen in love, officially ending their relationship.
Catherine and Tommy. Catherine Hilliard first appeared in Season 3 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as a secondary character. Like Tommy, she was also under Rita Repulsa's influence and became an enemy of the Rangers. In episode 18, she's even transformed into a feline monster to attack the heroes. After much conflict, she breaks free from Rita's control and becomes close to the Rangers, even assisting them on several missions. In episode 25, when Kimberly decides to leave town to pursue her gymnastics dream, she passes her power coin to Catherine, making her the new Pink Ranger. The very next episode shows Catherine's first official morph and action as the Pink Ranger. Catherine and Tommy were always close friends, but their romantic relationship only developed later, during Power Rangers Zeo, after Kimberly had broken up with Tommy. The most touching revelation about their story actually comes from outside the TV series. In the comics published by Boom Studios, we learn that Catherine and Tommy eventually broke up after the events of Power Rangers Turbo, but 10 years later, they reunited, reconciled, got married, and had a son together. A happy ending for the couple.
Jen and Wes. Jen Scotts is the Pink Ranger from the year 3000, featured in Power Rangers Time Force. She was engaged to Alex, the Red Ranger. However, Alex is killed by the villain Ransik, who then uses a time travel device to escape to the year 2001 in an attempt to conquer the world. The Time Force Rangers travel to 2001 as well, determined to capture Ransik. During their mission in the past, Jen meets Wes Collins, a young man who looks strikingly identical to her late fiancé. Alex's morpher even recognizes Wes's genetic signature, allowing him to become the new Red Ranger. Throughout the season, Jen and Wes develop a deep connection. At first, she sees him only as a reflection of Alex, but over time, she realizes Wes's true nobility and his genuine willingness to sacrifice himself for others. In the series finale, Jen confesses her feelings and tells Wes she loves him. He reciprocates, but both understand their love is impossible, and Jen returns to the year 3000. Wes remains in the past to continue protecting Earth, a love interrupted, but never forgotten. In the Boom Studios comics, the story expands. We learn that sometime later, Jen and Wes maintain their relationship through Outpost 1, a place outside the normal flow of time where they can meet without breaking temporal laws.
Jen and Alex. As mentioned earlier, Jen was engaged to Alex in the year 3000. However, when the Rangers travel to 2001, their actions alter the timeline, rewriting reality so that Alex was never actually killed. As a result, Alex travels to 2001 to reunite with his fiancée and his fellow Rangers. When Alex returns at the end of the season, revealing he survived, he tries to reclaim command of the team, which creates direct tension between him and Jen. In the final episodes, it becomes clear that their relationship has changed. Alex has grown colder and more rigid, while Jen has evolved deeply after her time with Wes in the 21st century. Jen still respects Alex, but no longer loves him as she once did. The series strongly implies that her heart now belongs to Wes, especially in episode 39 when Jen argues with Alex and returns his engagement ring.
Tori and Blake. Tori Hansen and Blake Bradley from Power Rangers Ninja Storm share a relationship filled with subtle tension and unspoken emotion, a story hinted at more than fully explored in the original series. Tori, the Blue Ranger, is the only female member of her team and has a deep connection to water, reflected in her skills as a talented surfer. In episode 4 of Ninja Storm, Blake and his brother Hunter are introduced as mysterious motocross riders. It's immediately clear that Tori, the Blue Ranger, feels a strong attraction to Blake. However, when it's revealed that Blake is one of the evil Thunder Rangers, Tori finds herself deeply conflicted. Once the Thunder Rangers are freed from Lothar's control, Tori and Blake reconcile. Their relationship begins with a mix of rivalry and curiosity, but over the course of the season, especially after Blake joins the Rangers, a deeper bond develops between them. This connection is most evident at the end of episode 30, when they share a quiet moment on the beach, and Blake admits his feelings for Tori, suggesting that no matter the circumstances, he would always care about her.
Kira and Trent. Kira Ford first appears in the opening episode of Power Rangers Dino Thunder as a high school student and a gifted guitarist. At first, Kira is hesitant to take on the role of a Power Ranger, but she eventually accepts the call and becomes the Yellow Ranger, discovering both her powers and the importance of teamwork in protecting Reefside. Trent Fernandez Mercer is the adopted son of Dr. Anton Mercer, a scientist who, after a lab accident, becomes the villain Masogog. Trent discovers the white dino gem in a secret laboratory, gaining powers connected to Masogog, which initially turns him into an enemy of the Rangers. Over time, however, Trent begins to resist Masogog's influence, proving his loyalty, courage, and genuine desire to do the right thing. Kira and Trent's relationship starts off strained as she distrusts him for his connection to Masogog, but as Trent redeems himself, Kira begins to see him differently. Their romance remains understated, expressed through glances, concern, and quiet moments, rather than overt declarations. It's never the central focus of the series, but rather a subtle emotional thread that adds depth to both characters without falling into cliché or melodrama. Nick and Madison. Nick Russell arrives in Briarwood as a drifter, a young man with no real roots, carrying nothing but his childhood blanket and faint memories of his past. Chosen by Udana to become the Red Mystic Ranger, he steps into the role of team leader while searching for his true identity, until he discovers he is actually Bowen, the long-lost son of Udana and Leanbow, a revelation that redefines his place in the Mystic War. Madison Roca, a fellow ranger and aspiring filmmaker, stands out for her quiet strength, observing, recording, and acting only when it truly matters. Her bravery is most evident when she breaks Daggeron's curse by kissing him while he's transformed into a frog, proving her courage and compassion in a subtle yet powerful way. The bond between Nick and Madison grows through understated gestures and quiet moments over the course of the season. Their most meaningful exchange comes when Nick prepares to leave town and entrusts Madison with his childhood blanket, promising he'll return and that she's the reason he will. That simple act symbolizes deep trust and affection, suggesting that when he does return, their connection will evolve into something more, a promise of love left unspoken. Lily and Theo. Lily Chilman and Theo Martin were advanced students at the Pai Zhu Hick Academy when they were chosen to protect the Dai Shi Seal, becoming the Yellow and Blue Rangers respectively in Power Rangers Jungle Fury. Lily, empowered by the spirit of the cheetah, plays a key role as the team's emotional anchor and source of optimism, while Theo, guided by the spirit of the Jaguar, stands out for his discipline and combat precision. Their relationship develops gradually in the subtle moments of everyday teamwork. Theo, always methodical and composed, shows flashes of jealousy whenever Lily grows close to Casey, a hint at deeper, unspoken feelings. Through missions that require trust and coordination, the two naturally grow closer until Theo finally gathers the courage to ask Lily out in the final episode of the series. Lily smiles and replies, "What took you so long?" A simple but heartfelt resolution to the tension built throughout the season. Their romance is never the focus, but rather a natural extension of their partnership
friendship and growth. It's a quiet, genuine connection, one of the most authentic bonds in the entire Power Rangers universe. Summer and Dylan enter Power Rangers RPM with very different backgrounds, each shaped by personal challenges and responsibility. Summer, the Yellow Ranger, comes from a life of privilege, one that is quickly overturned by the chaos unleashed by Venjix. This forces her to grow into a strong, reliable protector and an emotional anchor for her team. Dylan, the Black Ranger, and Operator Series Black, faces his own battles, haunted by fragmented memories, family mysteries, and the constant manipulation of Venjix, all while making critical strategic choices to keep the city alive. Their romance develops slowly and naturally, built through trust, teamwork, and shared vulnerability. Mission after mission, from tense factory infiltrations to moments of exhaustion after combat, they grow closer. Several key episodes tease their affection, including a memorable scene at the end of episode 18. Just as they're about to kiss, a torrent of water falls on them. They laugh, move in again, and are promptly interrupted by their friends, perfectly capturing their unspoken chemistry. That tone defines their entire relationship, a bond born from friendship and mutual respect, not forced through dramatic romantic dialogue. By the epilogue of the season, their relationship is solidified subtly. Summer and Dylan choose to rebuild the world together, showing that their connection goes far beyond attraction. It's rooted in trust, shared pain, and survival. A romance that feels earned, grounded, and authentic. Mike and Emily. Mike, the Green Ranger, is introduced as an easygoing and playful young man, often seen joking around, eating burgers, and trying to dodge responsibility. Despite his laid-back attitude, he's a skilled fighter and deeply loyal to his team. His connection with Emily develops naturally, with Mike often showing genuine concern and care for her. Emily, the Yellow Ranger, is the younger sister who takes on the samurai mantle after her sister Serena falls ill. She's gentle, kind-hearted, and initially insecure, a result of the bullying she endured as a child. Over time, she grows stronger and more confident, supported by her teammates, especially Mike, who constantly encourages her to believe in herself. In episode 16 of Super Samurai, Mike's emotions are put to the test when a villain steals Emily's soul. His reaction is immediate and intense. He becomes desperate to save her, and later even offers to sacrifice himself in her place, revealing the depth of his feelings. By episode 20 of Super Samurai, Emily decides to return home to care for her sister, and Mike chooses to go with her, subtly confirming that their bond has evolved from friendship into a quiet, genuine romance. Jake and Gia. Jake Holing and Gia Moran were chosen by Gosei to join the team in Power Rangers Megaforce and Super Megaforce. Jake begins as the Black Ranger, an enthusiastic athlete who gradually learns to balance strength with discipline. In the following season, he becomes the Green Ranger. Gia, the Yellow Ranger, is a precise and strategic fighter, often taking charge in the field and leading coordinated attacks. Their connection develops through small, natural interactions. From the very start, Jake shows interest in Gia, and while she's fully aware of his feelings, she responds with calm restraint, creating a light romantic tension that builds throughout the series. In Super Megaforce episode 11, a female monster falls in love with Jake, but he rejects her advances, saying he already likes someone else. The Pink Ranger nudges Gia and teasingly says, "We all know who that is," making the romantic subtext between them crystal clear. Their relationship never becomes fully romantic on screen, but in the final episode, literally in the last seconds, Gia kisses Jake on the cheek before they embrace, subtly confirming that their friendship has finally blossomed into something more. Tyler and Shelby. Tyler Navarro begins his journey searching for answers about his missing father, eventually finding the Red Energem and becoming the Red Ranger, the team's determined leader. Shelby Watkins works at the Amber Beach Dinosaur Museum and, while defending an artifact, activates the Pink Energem, becoming the Pink Ranger. Her intelligence and passion for paleontology make her an indispensable part of the team's strategy and inventions. Their relationship grows gradually, built on mutual trust and shared moments, rather than overt romance. Shelby often joins Tyler on his personal quests, while Tyler constantly shows concern for her safety during battles and dangerous missions. Romantic tension becomes undeniable in Dino Supercharge episode 14, when Shelby turns down another boy to stay with Tyler. The episode ends with the two holding hands as they walk away together. Finally, in the series finale, Tyler and Shelby are once again seen holding hands and sharing a soft kiss kiss on the cheek, confirming that the bond they build throughout their adventures has matured into a genuine relationship. Calvin and Haley. Calvin Maxwell and Haley Foster are introduced in Power Rangers Ninja Steel as a couple, already dating even before becoming Rangers. Calvin, passionate about mechanics, is chosen by the Ninja Nexus Prism to become the Yellow Ranger, responsible for piloting the Nitro Zord. Haley is chosen as the White Ranger and operates the Kodiak Zord. Together, they balance their everyday lives with their heroic duties. Their relationship is one of the few openly shown in the franchise. Throughout the series, there are moments of jealousy and reconciliation, such as in Super Ninja Steel Episode 6, when a staged play includes a kiss on the cheek between Haley and Preston. This causes a brief conflict with Calvin, but it's quickly resolved through trust and honest conversation. As the series progresses, their bond deepens, with references to their anniversary and subtle gestures of affection. In the end, the couple remains together, showing that their love endured battles and responsibilities, concluding the show as one of the most stable and confirmed relationships in modern Power Rangers history.
Zoey and Nate. Zoey becomes the Yellow Ranger after being infused with Jackrabbit DNA, combining agility with a key operational role in the field. Nate, initially the team's genius inventor, develops Morphex and the devices that grant the Rangers their powers. His fusion with Mantis DNA transforms him into the Gold Ranger, bringing him even closer to Zoey, both in combat and in strategy. Their romance grows through small actions and daily interactions. Mutual rescues, lab teamwork, and comedic interruptions all build a steady romantic tension. In episode 14, they go on a movie date and finally admit their feelings for each other, making their attraction clear after a long buildup. The series reinforces the authenticity of their relationship, showing that it's built on trust and shared responsibility. Every act of protection, every collaboration in battle, and every small gesture of care gradually turns Zoey and Nate from teammates into a genuine couple.
Ollie and Amelia. In the very first episode of Power Rangers Dino Fury, Ollie and Amelia Jones meet unexpectedly during their separate investigations around Dinohenge. While exploring the mysterious site, Ollie gets caught in an electromagnetic trap accidentally triggered by Amelia, a journalist chasing her own leads. This chance encounter leads them to discover a hidden underground base and, ultimately, to face Void Knight together, becoming the first Rangers of the new team. Throughout Dino Fury, their relationship gradually evolves from professional partnership to romantic connection. Ollie tries to ask Amelia out several times, but misunderstandings and temporary secrets, including the time he's manipulated by Lord Zed and turned into the evil Blue Ranger, delay their emotional progress. Once freed, Ollie resumes his role as the Blue Ranger, and their reconciliation confirms the mutual affection they'd been building. In Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, Amelia becomes the Red Ranger and team leader, while Ollie remains the Blue Ranger. Together, they face cosmic threats, their bond growing stronger even amid battles and hardships, solidifying their romance as one of the franchise's most balanced relationships.
Izzy and Fern. Izzy Garcia and Fern begin their story in Power Rangers Dino Fury as rivals in high school athletics. Izzy, Javi's sister, is a talented track star, while Fern, initially just a competitor, secretly harbors feelings for her. The turning point comes when Fern gets injured during a competition and Izzy helps her, marking the beginning of a friendship that slowly blossoms into something deeper. Throughout Dino Fury, their relationship develops naturally. In a key moment, Fern confesses her feelings, and although Izzy hesitates at first, she eventually reciprocates. Their connection becomes more visible to the rest of the team, especially after Izzy is chosen as the Green Ranger. In Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, Fern gains the power of the Orange Ranger, officially joining the team as a hero. Their bond continues to strengthen with heartfelt scenes showing their affection and partnership, making Izzy and Fern one of the most meaningful and openly represented couples in Power Rangers history. Thanks for watching.